Hey everyone, how's it going? It's that nerd Ryan here. We're going to be looking at a coverage of an article which is on the website GameSpot, which is where every Marvel Cinematic Universe plot thread currently stands as Phase 5 kicks off. So I figured we'd look at this because there's now 30 Marvel movies along with shows and everything now that it's hard to keep track of. So I figured we'd look at this article, and then for funsies, we will try to figure out where that will conclude at, if at all, or if it's going to be dropped. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at this. So, first one being Kang the Conqueror. Alternate version of He Who Remains from Loki Season 1. He came to be because Sylvie killed He Who Remains in the finale. Now the multiverse is ruled by many Kangs, but they don't all get along. The so-called Council of Kangs exiled the one we met in Ant-Man. Okay, we know this. This is a weirdly written article. So obviously, Kang's the next Thanos, so Kang will get more explained starting in Loki Season 2 and probably throughout Phases 5 and 6, just how big of a threat he is. The original idea I was going to have for a video today was where we think we might see Kang variants. So just really quick, obviously Loki, I'm thinking Fantastic Four, obviously Kang Dynasty, but for other stuff, I don't think he'll show up in the new Captain America movie. I don't think he's going to show up in anything other than maybe Shang-Chi beforehand. I think he'll be kind of a behind-the-scenes string operator sort of thing. And who knows? Maybe Jonathan Majors plays a Kang variant in Creed 3. Maybe every Jonathan Majors role has been Kang the Conqueror this whole time. Ant-Man and the Wasp and the rest of their family, they're once more living their normal lives in the real world. Okay, yeah. But Ghost and Bill Foster. So this is a good thing that they bring it up, because we don't know Ghost's blip status. We also don't know if she's still around, because at the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, they were supposed to be Ant-Man and the Wasp, not Quantumania, I'm sorry, they were supposed to be rescuing Ghost with the quantum particles when the snap happened, and then 5 years passed. We heard a rumor that Ghost might not be in Thunderbolts now, but obviously she's never been able to be fully stabilized. So the question is, 1, is she okay? 2, is she still alive? And 3, does she hold any grudges due to it being the blip? So next is Loki and Sylvie. So basically this is stating that we don't know the status really of Sylvie when you think about it. We know Loki's status. We know that he's helping the TVA stop the Kang variants, but we don't know what happened to Sylvie after she killed He Who Remains. If she's still staying in his area, or if she's on the run, or what's going on with that. Obviously, Loki Season 2 will obviously answer that. And for Ghost, if she's in the Thunderbolts, that will be the answer in Thunderbolts. If she's not, then I don't think they're going to ever go back to Ghost. But yeah, for Sylvie, I think that's going to be answered in Loki Season 2. It's almost confirmed that it is. Next is Natasha Romanoff's family. We're introduced in the first Phase 4 movie of Black Widow to Yelena, Milana, and Red Guardian, Alexei, Red Guardian. We got to pick up with Yelena in Hawkeye, and she's going to be in the Thunderbolts with Alexei. We don't really know what happened with Milana. What I'd like to think is that these guys got together at Natasha's funeral and committed to being a family, and that's why we'll get Alexei and Yelena on the Thunderbolts. But I don't think they'll be like on the run from the American government anymore, especially with Val pulling strings for Yelena. But yeah, I think we'll be answered to that in Thunderbolts. Next is Katie Bishop and Clint Barton's status. That was from Hawkeye. So we've heard coverage that Kate Bishop will be running the Young Avengers, but we also don't know when the Young Avengers is happening, and we also just got kind of conflicting conversation that Spider-Man will be leading the Avengers. So we don't know when Young Avengers is going to take place and when that's going to come out, and if Kate Bishop will be anywhere near the Avengers and Kang. I think she will. I think that the Kang Dynasty will be like a big major thing, and we'll have everybody that's been introduced from Phase 4 on, along with whatever remaining Infinity Saga characters there are. So yeah, I think that we will have Kate Bishop returning. Clint, I think Clint's officially retired. He might show up as like a mentor or like a cameo or something, but I think it's going to be more Kate-centric Hawkeye movies and stuff. Stuff from Captain America and the Winter Soldier obviously will be answered in New World Order and Thunderbolts. We'll get to see Sam being Cap and Bucky doing whatever he's doing in Thunderbolts because he's supposed to be in that show. We'll also see John Walker being U.S. agent in Thunderbolts, so that's another plot thread that we'll get. I just want to say really quick on the side here, this article was very misleading. I thought it was going to be like just listing plot threads and saying like this is something that needs to be closed before Phase 6 ends, but it's just randomly saying people, so I'm trying to work with it, so I apologize. Next is the status of Wanda Maximoff, who seemingly died in Multiverse of Madness. Elizabeth Olsen has been wanting to come back and everything. She's been saying it. If anything, I think Agatha Coven of Chaos will have her come back to some extent. I don't know if it's going to be a different universe Wanda or a resurrection, or if Wanda faked it. But I have a feeling Coven of Chaos will cover that. Next is America Chavez. I feel like she'll be important to Kang, considering her power. So we probably won't see her till Kang Dynasty, if at all. She was a great character, but I don't know how she would tie in with anything other than Kang Dynasty or Doctor Strange, or maybe Loki. But that's about it. And then we got Vision. White Vision kind of disappeared at the end of WandaVision. I have a feeling he'll show up in Wonder Man, or for like a West Coast Avengers thing, or maybe Coven of Chaos, or Kang Dynasty. I have a feeling that would be the next logical time that we'd see White Vision would be Kang Dynasty. If anything besides something involving Wanda. Mordo. So we got an alternate universe Mordo in Multiverse of Madness, and this Mordo hasn't really, the actual 616 Mordo hasn't really done anything yet, evil-wise. So I feel like Doctor Strange 3 will wrap that up. I don't think it's going to be wrapped up by Phase 6. I just think it's going to, excuse me, be wrapped up in Doctor Strange's own story. Almost kind of like a MODOK situation, but not as bad. But yeah, the Eternals, I think it's going to be a long time till we get Eternals sequel, if any, just because of how not a lot of people cared for this movie. So if there's any loose ends from the Eternals being like them getting picked up and everything, and the Black Knight might be Blade or like a Midnight Sun show or something. But I don't think like we'll see Cersei getting rescued from Druig and everybody until Eternals 2, if that were to happen. Even me, I feel like even if I were to do a rewatch of the MCU, I would skip Eternals. But yeah, so that's what I think of that one. Shang-Chi, they've just talked about a lot of stuff recently about Shang-Chi 2, and also that there's going to be like a multiversal thing, so I have a feeling that will tie up a lot of stuff, especially his power rings, but I have a feeling that Xialing's criminal path will be explored in the third Shang-Chi movie. I don't think it's going to be explored till the third one, to be honest. Because that's kind of what Marvel's been doing with some trilogies, is like they'll ignore something that happened in the first movie and the second and then bring it back. Captain Marvel, the way Miss Marvel ended, was that her and Carol switched places. Obviously, the Marvels will explore that, which that's the second one. And same with Monica Rambeau's powers and everything. The Marvels will explore that. Thor and his new daughter of love. I think that will be more explored in Kang Dynasty, because Kang does mention something about conquering eternity, and we don't know if love is eternity or love is eternal, or if love is just a construct of eternity. So I have a feeling that they will explore that in Kang Dynasty, or maybe even Loki, considering Thor and Loki have a connection. The Guardians of the Galaxy, all I'm going to say is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will wrap up all the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. Spider-Man, like I said earlier, they just announced that Spider-Man's going to be leading the Avengers, so Tom Holland's Spider-Man is going nowhere. Don't know if we're going to get actually, we will be getting a Spider-Man sequel, I believe, next year. They said that they were on the ropes of finishing up writing it, so we'll probably get it by then, especially with the Sony contract that they have to make a Spider-Man movie every 2 years. So we'll explore Peter's new life in Spider-Man 4. Nick Fury and the Skrulls, obviously. Secret Invasion's coming out very soon. We'll explain that. Not even going to speculate on some of these. Namor and the Wakandans and Black Panther. I have a feeling, though they said that Namor is going to be in Kang Dynasty. I have a feeling Shuri will be in Kang Dynasty. I don't think they'll make a Black Panther 3, though, just out of respect to Chadwick and the franchise. I felt like this was the perfect send-off to the character and the actor and everything. I don't think they will go and make a Black Panther 3 unless it's far down the line and it's T'Challa Jr. who becomes Black Panther or something like that. War Machine, Armor Wars is where we'll get more information on him, along with Secret Invasion. Obviously, he's just still being War Machine, helping the military and everything. Pepper and Morgan, I think, will not be established for a while, if ever. I feel like that character of Morgan Stark was kind of created to give Tony motivation. We know that she exists, but she's also too young to kind of be in the MCU yet, unless Secret Wars or Kang Dynasty does another time jump and we get a teenage to late teenage to young adult Morgan Stark becoming like the new Iron Heart or something that retrains. Moon Knight, we just want to figure out about Stephen Grant really in this, which we'll figure out in either like a Midnight Suns thing or Moon Knight Season 2. She-Hulk, I don't even want to talk about She-Hulk. Just the fact that like it kind of ended just with one little cliffhanger. There's really nothing that's untied because the whole ending was a joke, and even using this picture, it's not going to tie back to the MCU, is all I'm going to say. So He-Hulk, or Sakaar, I feel like that's just introducing a character for future use, just in case Mark Ruffalo wants to be done with being Hulk. But yeah, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to smash that like button, and have an amazing day.